A very good day to Dr. Ritwana. Today, we from Group 3 would like to present our literature review on the topic Role of Participative Budgeting in Improving Employees' Job Performance. Next. So, these are my team members. Starting off with myself, Suganya Naidu Subramaniam, and I'll be presenting the introduction, followed by Dina Nur Shahira, who will be presenting the finding of relevant study and patterns and findings. Next is Nabila Atasha, who will be explaining about importance and findings and give overall own critique. And our final member is Muhammad Imran, who will be concluding our presentation. So now, moving on to the introduction. Next. So, the first part of introduction is the purpose of review. This paper aims to review the existing research papers to provide the empirical evidence regarding the role of participatory budgeting in improving employees' job performance. Next, it also aims to understand the positive impact of participative budget towards the job performance of employees, which consists of individuals and managers. The two objectives which will be examined through the review are the advantages of participative budgeting and the influence of benefits of participative budgeting on the job performance of employees consisting of individuals and managers. Next. As for the next part of the introduction is the importance of the topic. So in this era, participatory budgeting is being incorporated into almost all the structures of the company to improve the work performance and promote business growth. The effect of participative budgeting on job performance has been the topic of research in management accounting for a long period of time. So, previous researchers have discovered that participative budgeting has a positive influence towards the betterment of individual and managerial performance. So, which is why it is very important for us to do this literature review to show the effectiveness of the participative budgetary in improving employees' job performance. Next. As per the third part of the introduction is the topic background. As per the topic background, according to Sim Utami 2018, the budget is the implementation of a detailed financial plan that has been proposed by an organization, and it is considered as the major tool for planning and controlling in an organization. So this budget usually shows the acquisition and utilization of resources of the company, and it will be used as the guide to track the future activities of the company. Participative budget, on the other hand, is an approach that requires cooperation and participation of employees and managers from all levels of organizations to participate in the process of preparing budget. So how does participative budget work? The drafted budget by each department is usually passed through the company's hierarchy to be reviewed for corrections and modified by the middle level and top level management. And why do they have to do this? It's because they want to minimize the manipulation to the company's finance and to provide a guideline to the low-level managers to prepare a budget that meets the company's key target. Participative budgeting is said to improve employees' job performance because firstly, the employees feel appreciated and valued as their opinions are taken into account when financial planning is being made. Apart from that, a more realistic budget can be produced since the frontline managers are also involved in budgeting process. And it is also said to boost the managers' performance as they feel more encouraged and motivated to perform better when they are given an opportunity to be involved in preparing and evaluating the budget. So with that, I would like to pass on the presentation to the next presenter. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Suganya. My name is Dina Nur Azina. I will measure number 205637. I'll continue with finding of relevant study. Based on the journal article that we have studied, the role of participative budget in improving employees' job performance can be divided into two categories, which is it will directly improve the job performance and also indirectly improve job performance. All the studies have concluded that participative budget has directly improved job performance, where if managers take part in the budgeting process, the performance of an employee will be improved. And at the same time, some studies also have concluded that there is some intervening variable arise that will vary the relationship between participative budgeting and job performance. Next slide. The first variable is job satisfaction. According to Karafi 2015 and Yuslian Shah et al. 2018, job satisfaction is an intermediate variable between participative budgeting and job performance, where participation of manager in the budgeting process will increase job satisfaction and it will improve job performance more. Yusliansha also reports that participative budgets will increase individual performance mediated by pride in membership. This means when individuals become involved in budgeting decision making, there is an increase of individual pride as a member of the organization that will trigger the improvement of individual performance. Next is organizational commitment. Based on the analysis made by Manafe and Setiorini 2019, organizational commitment has a significant positive mediating effect on the relationship between participative budget and manager performance. Thus, it is important for a manager to pay attention to the organizational commitment to improve the job performance. Other than that, Arsalan et al. 2018 claimed that the combination of organizational commitment and the fourth variable, which is work motivation, will help participative budgets in improving manager performance. So it is suggested for the top level manager to include their subordinate to take part in the budgeting process that makes them more motivated and enthusiastic that will cause a higher job performance. Lastly, according to the result of another research, Karakuk and Ozer 2016, budgetary participation also has an indirect impact on job performance of managers via budget goal commitment and information sharing. In other words, increasing budgetary participation enhance budget goal commitment and it will increase the job performance. Also, budgetary participation increase information sharing between the members of organizations and the effective information sharing will also enhance the job performance of the managers. Next slide. For the pattern in finding, the literature review was based on 7 empirical-based journal articles that related to the topic, which is the role of participative budget in improving employees' job performance. We have analyzed the method or technique used in each research, and all of the researchers use questionnaires, and most of it use a purposive sampling method in collecting their sample. We also have studied the research result from every journal and compared before we come out with our findings in the previous part. The review also analyzed some of the intervening variables between the relationship of participative budget and job performance that has been suggested from year to year by the researchers such as job satisfaction, organizational commitment, work motivation, goal commitment, and so on. That's all for me. I'll pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Thank you, Dina. Hi, everyone. My name is Nabila Atasha binti Norazmi, and my metric number is 206612. Now, I will explain about the importance of findings. First and foremost, participatory budgeting is expected to increase the individual performance. From the empirical research, Muammar stated that the higher the level of individual involvement in the budgeting process, the performance will also be higher. High individual performance can improve overall organizational performance. Besides, the achievement of individual performance is related to the achievement of a series of individual tasks. Next, budgeting engagement enhances employees' job satisfaction, which leads to increase of employees' performance. Participatory budgeting is necessary as a means of communication within the company. Achievement of individual performance in the preparation of the budget is largely affected by job satisfaction of the drafters of the budget. The result demonstrates the employees who are involved reach significant satisfaction compared to individuals who were not involved in compiling the budget. Hence, job satisfaction leads to better work performance. Lastly, as participative budgeting increases individual performance, it also improves managerial performance. Murdayanti in her research stated that when a goal is designed and participative approved, subordinates will internalize the goals set by having a personal sense of responsibility to achieve them because they are involved in budgeting. Then budgeting participation may be evaluated as a management method that can increase the performance of each individual member of the company, since it is assumed that each individual can improve their performance by predefined objectives when they participate in budgeting. Moving to the next agenda, which is overall own critique. From our point of view, participative budgeting gives many benefits to the business and organization in terms of company's performance, work satisfaction, and other factors. However, to make an improvement to the future studies, we would like to give some recommendations for the literature review. Firstly, to ensure the sharing of information from departmental level managers to top management runs smoothly, it requires the full cooperation and participation of managers at all levels. If one of them refuses to take part in the budgeting process, the information cannot be shared to the other departments. There will be hanging information and managers from other levels of management cannot review the information. Managers might obtain insufficient data, hence the budget that has been allocated will not be useful to the organization. Besides, job satisfaction will not be attainable if the employees show a negative attitude towards the job. Employees who show a bad attitude towards others are the employees who have low motivation to work with the company. This is due to the bias in leadership for some managers. The employees will feel demotivated because their suggestions are not taken into account by senior management. That's all from me. I will pass to Imran to do the conclusion.
Thank you, Nabila Atasha, for inviting me to continue this presentation. And now let's go to the conclusion part. Okay, this is the summary. Participative budgeting is a way of budget planning in which all levels of employees are involved in the process. It can also help to achieve goal congruence and improve decision making. Moreover, goal congruence refers to the alignment of the company's and workers' aims. Furthermore, decision will be taken during the budget planning process through subordinate cooperation and collaboration. On the other hand, participative budgeting allows representatives to pad the budget, which is resulting in incorrect budgeting settings. Participative budgeting also can influence management effectiveness. Within the budgeting process, management will be able to organize delegate help. And next, I would like to recall and highlight our important findings. We have three important findings. The first one is increasing individual performance, which is the completion of a set of individual tasks. The greater of the level of individual participation in the budgeting process, the better the result is. And secondly, enhancing employees' job satisfaction, which can lead to increase of employees' performance. As we know, participative budgeting is a form of internal communication. So whoever were active in budgeting will have a higher level of job satisfaction. And the third one is improving managerial performance. Subordinates will internalize the goals set by having a personal sense of responsibility to achieve them because they are involved in the budgeting process. And the last one is implications on practice, research, and policy. The first one is boost employees' job performance. Why it can boost employees' job performance? It is because the employees understand it and tend to increase the organization's budget allocation for greater benefit earnings and operational and financial efficiency. It allows subordinates to do well in their work specifications. And Participative budgeting can also pay attention to inclusion, equity, and openness of governance. This is because of the public engagement that includes people in the prioritization of government spending. By including them in the discussion of spending priorities and allowing them to propose and vote on their own recommendations. So that's all from me. Thank you.